Savage Sports fan, please like, share, subscribe. We're a new channel trying to get it up and going. New subscribers, please like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell notification. Thanks for the love and support. Listen. You saw the title. You saw the score. If you did not know, the Chicago Bears lost tonight or this afternoon. They lost to the New Orleans Saints. 3 days ago, we uploaded a video talking about Tyson Bagent versus the Saints. What was the predictions? And I said, the Saints are not a very good team. Tyson's a rookie going into the Silverdome. I can see the Bears playing early, well, very winnable game, but I think they'll lose it in the fourth quarter. A lot of veterans have a hard time winning in the Silverdome. This is a rookie. They're going to just pin their ears back and go after him, and the Bears could possibly blow them out in the fourth or lose in the fourth. I lean towards them losing in the fourth. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sunday, November 5th, 2023. The Chicago Bears lost another game. Coaching did not. I mean, we can go back and forth on the coaching. We see the record. The record speaks for itself. We have a game on Thursday. The world gets to see, what we are, who we are, and why we are where we are. You know what I mean? But we need to talk about the ownership of Chicago sports. We have been down this road so many times. We can go back and forth on players, coaches, cut this player, bring this player in, sign this player, trade this player. End of the day, the owners are the owners. What I always look at is, you may not like Jerry Jones. You may not like Mark Cuban. The late, great Al Davis. Just win, baby. All those franchises had one thing in common. They had owners who had vision. All the way to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We want this kind of coach, get this kind of players, and we get this kind of style. This kind of style gives us this kind of results. We don't have that in Chicago. We don't. We do not. I do run a basketball podcast. And I'll talk about, you can trade Zach. You can trade Debo. You can bring all these players in, but at the end of the day, Billy Donovan is still your coach. He was a 500 coach before you hired him, and he's a under 500 coach now. Don't complain about the Bulls playing good for 2 games and playing bad for 2 games. Playing good for 2 weeks, playing bad for 2 weeks. This team is a reflection of their coach. Period. That is the vision. That is what they put forth on the Chicago Bulls. Let's look at the Bears. Now, they don't want to admit this, but, what have the Bears done since Lovie Smith has been escorted out the door? That last year with Lovie was 10-6. It was not the record we would like, but we were so used to Lovie having 11 wins and 12 wins and 13 wins and going to this championship and going to the Super Bowl. I was at that Super Bowl. I felt like he should have pulled Rex Grossman. I know it's controversial, but our backup was playing very well at that time going into the playoffs. And I felt like, what do we have to lose? It's no more games next week. Lovey, it's no more games next week. Let's win this thing. We could have still won it in the fourth. We did not win. Different story. Couldn't make a comeback. But I digress. Since the Bears and Lovey have exited the entire organization, we've got mediocre coach after mediocre coach after mediocre coach with mediocre results. And the question is, we've heard this many times. The Bears like yes men. The Bears like nice guys. A guy the media would like. Guys the fans can rally around. Guys buddy, nice guys. And I'm not saying nice guys can't get the job done. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, here we are again. Another year, another rebuild. What are we going to do? Where are we going to go? It's going to be another loser, another rebuild. And I said this many weeks ago with Justin. Justin's going to go through another coach, another coordinator, another year. I mean, how? I mean, what can one great player take? We don't have a great coach to lead him to be a great player, or a great coach that can hire a good coordinator to bring him to the promised land. And this, the old saying, is true. A's hire A's, B's hire C's. An A guy wants to hire another A person to work with them. Yes, I do know it comes down to availability. Who's available to be hired, who's available to move, who wants to join. But listen, A's find a way to work with A's, and B's hire C's. A B person is always going to get somebody below them because they're so threatened that they might take their job or their position. And we are here with the Chicago Bears. Same old story. They lost the game in the fourth quarter. We can go tick and tack on the coach. This coach was never proven. Yes, he did a good job at Indianapolis. No one had ever heard of him. There was other good candidates out there. I just think they wanted somebody that was a yes man. Do not complain. This is what you wanted. This is what you're getting. This is what you're getting. So do you want to get another prediction about the game on Thursday? It's the same old story with the Bears. Who's going to be the owner at the end of the day? The fans are still going to show up. The fans still going to wear paraphernalia. Fans are still going to love their Bears. And you're going to get the same old results. I think until the fans just stop showing up and force these owners' hands, stop supporting these bad products, Chicago is just going to be a clown show of a sports town with clowns running the organization on all fronts. The Blackhawks, last place. The Sox didn't do much. The Cubs, another rebuild. Same old thing, because Chicago is so much of a great sports town. We're going to support our team, win, lose, or draw, because we Chicago. Chicago supports Chicago. But it gets to a point where you say, we got to kick these clowns out. The clowns got to go. This is controversial. Oh, well, the world coming to an end, right? Okay, we might as well go out in with an honest tongue, right? So we got to stop supporting the clowns. The clowns are running the organization, and they keep hiring guys. Billy Donovan should have never been extended. But here's the thing: the owners, you could blame the owners all you want, but you got to look at these GMs. These GMs. It's got to fall on the GMs. It's got to be vision. Let's go back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, many years they had Bill Cowher. He had the jaw, smash mouth football, Jerome Bettis. When you thought Pittsburgh back in the day, I mean, any era, it did not matter what era you were in with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They had somebody that represented Pittsburgh, and they represented that style of play. All the way up to the coach. When I think about Jerome Bettis and the way he used to run that ball, I remember one playoff game, Jerome Bettis fumbled the ball, and for some reason they got it back, and he made up that play. It's just like it was a Pittsburgh thing. He had to do it for the city, for the team. And you can look at the Giants. You can look at the old Bears, Wilbur Marshall, Richard Dent, Urlacher, vision. It went down from the GM to the coach to the players. It was a sense of pride. The GM was going to go hire a coach. I mean, listen, with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau locked out the upper management for 4 or 5 years. He wouldn't let them into the practices. The Derrick Rose days, if you did not know. Tom Thibodeau really didn't like upper management for so long, but he used to lock them out of practice because Tom was a madman. What have the Bulls done since Tom Thibodeau? I couldn't believe when they were going to let Tom go. You don't let a good coach go. I mean, he looks like the Knicks. He's doing his thing with the Knicks, but when he was with the Bulls had a style. The Bulls play hard. You had players that would die on a hardwood, a reflection of their coach. It was a sense of pride in sports. Now, you might argue, well, the owners were still the owners. They hired those guys. But I just think that was a different era that we were in. We wasn't in a PC era where you couldn't call people out. This video going to be blocked on YouTube. They don't block all my Savage videos. All my Savage videos are up out of here. I'm getting a little too greasy for them. they sending me all kind of warnings. I don't know. This channel just may not be around. It's just gonna have to be a vent channel now. All the Savage videos, they getting them up out of here. Whatever. You can't just speak your mind anymore. But I'm just gonna go ahead and let it fly tonight. So I just think before the PC world, you probably could go hire the coach you wanted. Tom is not flying off the way he was in Chicago. He didn't fly off too much in Chicago, but every now and then he would let you know Tom Thibodeau was a savage. That was the Chicago Bulls. Now the Bears. If you did not know, Lovie Smith behind closed doors, super savage. Go look up some of those Urlacher videos when Urlacher said, why did they, when the Bears played terrible in the first half and then they won the game in the second half, he'll tell you, Lovie used to smile for the camera and would have a nice voice, but he used to come in that locker room and call him MF this, MF that. You guys are bums. You guys are overrated. You slouches. You playing like crap. You better than this. He used to get up under their skin. He used to push those buttons. He used to push those buttons. You gonna go out there and you gonna wear that dark blue with that orange. You gonna make it happen. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. Now the clowns, I don't know. Maybe they're getting pressure. I don't know. They just seem to find other clowns, to recruit clowns. I don't know. I mean, maybe this is too harsh. I'm not being too harsh on the players. You got to put the players in a position to be successful. And I just think that A's hire A's, B's hire C's. So we lost. I said it when we were 0 and whatever. I said, Chicago, when was the last time we were 0 and anything? Let's have fun with this. Let's barbecue. Let's talk some craziness. We gonna get some more high draft picks so the clowns can go make more bad picks. See, you get all these draft picks, great. But who's picking the players? Clowns. See, if we had a team with vision, a coach with vision, a GM with vision, in 3 years, listen, we going to get that running back. I'm just saying hypothetically, if you had vision to say, hey, we need this running back because we're going to be smash mouth. We need this fullback. We need smash mouth. We need to trade these 2 players because we need to go get that tight end. We need to cut these players because this is going to be our backup quarterback. We need veteran leadership. It's going to take us 2.5, 3 years, but in 3 years, we run all of our conference. That's vision. The Bears are doing stuff and just throwing stuff and see what sticks at the wall. Reminds me of the Bulls. Now, Patrick Williams, it's a wrap. I appreciate the rebounds. I appreciate the screens you set. Listen, I appreciate it. I kind of saw what they wanted to do. They thought Patrick Williams would be like Charles Oakley. You know what I mean? When Jerry Krause got Charles Oakley, nobody knew who Charles Oakley was. He wasn't big. He wasn't like that. But Charles was Charles, and it was a different demographic, different generation. So the Patrick Williams, I think it's the Dalen Terry or Terry Dalen, something like that, another wasted pick. They recruited this guy out of Europe, savage in Europe. They've already sent them back to Europe. So everything the Bulls did. Now, I do like Craig. Craig is a 4. He's going to take Patrick Williams' spots. He already took it already. I do like him. Good defensive guy. Jalen Carter has heart. He has heart. Ayo, I love Ayo. He's the future. He can't get on a field because Caruso's playing out of his mind. But you're going to have to chop this thing up. I love Zach, but I think the future, people going to call me crazy. But Debo is the best player. Because you know what you get with Debo. Great mid. He get they call him Mr. Fourth Quarter. Mr. Fourth Quarter. Great mid-range. Go and hit his free throws. Not afraid to take the shot. I think what's wrong with the Bulls now is I don't think Debo and Zach is as friendly as people think. I saw them the other night, the game against Denver. They go to the fourth quarter. Zach is talking to everybody. Debo wouldn't even look at him. So I think they're trying to get Zach these shots because Zach is the big money man, and he complains when Debo hit all those game winners. People don't know that. I think it was some kind of jealousy there because Debo hit all those shots. So now they've been just giving the ball to Zach, and he's been missing these shots. Now, we know what Zach did years ago when he was the only one on the team, and it was a bad team, and they had nothing to play for. He hit those shots. Since Debo has been on a team, how many game winners has Zach hit? 0. Now, I think 0, maybe 1, but I think it's 0. But at the end of the day, the Bulls need a guard that can save these players from themselves. They know how to get their score, how would I say the Bulls? The Bulls got more scorers, but not bucket getters. You know what I mean? Go get a bucket. You a scorer. You got scores, you got bucket. Go get a bucket. So you need a point guard that can make them get in this position to save themselves from themselves, to make their buckets easier. Lonzo Ball would have been that, but you got to check his TikTok to see what the updates are. We don't know what Lonzo Ball is doing. Now, when you look at all these games with the Bulls, they keep getting beat on the three-point line, which tells you their guards are not young and faster enough. You need somebody that can get back and get up. That's youth. You need a youthful guard, and then you need another guard that's a veteran guard that can put them in a position. And it starts there. Lastly, they need a Magilla Gorilla in the middle that's just going to be nasty and get some fouls and get some putbacks and scare some people. I got flack because I said I thought that was Dwight Howard. Yes, that Dwight Howard. He's a weirdo in the uniform. He's a weirdo without. But if you Google Dwight Howard, Google Dwight Howard's rebounding averages. He's averaging 11.8 rebounds. He can help the Bulls. People don't know the Golden State Warriors gave Dwight Howard an audition. They didn't sign him. They put him on standby. Why? Because when the playoffs come, they're going to sign Dwight Howard. They're going to look past all the craziness. It's only going to be 6 weeks left in the season, and they're going to tell him what he cannot do. And I guarantee you, Dwight Howard's going to get all those rebounds in the playoffs, extra rebounds. That means you get extra possessions, and they're going to have it's going to give them a chance to win. I felt like Chicago Bulls should beat them to the punch and go grab this guy. Sorry, I'm just going in tonight. But anyway, Savage Sports fan, like, share, subscribe, new channel, drop a comment. Clown show all day. It's a clown show. It's Chicago. It's a clown show. It's clowns. The fat lady has already sung. She's already had her pie, her cake. She might have some green tea tonight. The fat lady is singing. The circus is here. Until you get these clown owners or put pressure on them, and you know owners don't like to lose money. Chicago, we just got to let the clowns just die out at the end of the day. Stop supporting the clown business, the clown GMs, with the clown results. I know that's harsh. Oh, man, the players, they try, but you got to put them in a position. A's hire A's, B's hire C's. Drop a comment. I'm out.